G'day everyone, Jay here again. Just making a video today about how the carnivore diet is a great diet for time poor fathers. Just to give you a bit of a recap about me, I'm a 46-year-old man. December 26, 2024. I just ripped the band-aid off, went full cold turkey carnivore without much of a plan. And then the year after that, in the preceding year, I lost 33 kilos. I didn't have much of a plan, and that's how easy it is to do. I guess as an example, my regime was pretty basic, and that's why it's a great tool for people who don't have much time. It's great for people who are busy. So if you're a dad with not a lot of time in your life, carnivore could be a two birds, one stone exercise for you, in that it'll help you regain control of your food intake, your food cravings, reset your mind, and get more time back in your life. For me, it was basic, it's so easy. Meat, eggs, bacon, butter, some chicken. That's about it. It sounds boring, and it is boring to an extent, but it's tasty. You know, most blokes out there love eating a bit of meat. So anyway, let me talk a little bit more about what eating on carnivore looks like and why it's easy and why it gets you time back. I kept it pretty basic. Initially, I pretty much only ate eggs and meat. Eggs and meat is what I started off with. I would have eggs for breakfast, then I would have a steak or homemade burger patties made out of just straight up mince, and I did that pretty much on rotation for 3 months. I added in things like snacking, like pork crackle off the shelf. So my days were pretty basic. A couple of eggs in the morning, maybe 3 or 4 actually. I used to eat about 8 to 9 eggs a day when I first started. I'd have that for breakfast, probably 4 eggs in the morning. I would then have some burger patties for lunch, and then a steak for dinner with some eggs as well. And I did that on rotation for 3 months. And in the first month itself, I remember I lost like 12 kilos, 12 of the 33 kilos in that first month. It just absolutely dropped off. Shocked the body into a new state and allowed me to just get into a routine. I may have mentioned the first 3 weeks was the hardest part, as the gut was getting used to this new way of eating. I did, unfortunately, and I will use the word suffer, from diarrhea. It wasn't pleasant, but once that settled down, things got a lot easier. In fact, the way I explain it, carnivore gets easier the more that you do it. I discovered that my cravings dropped in about week 3, basically when the diarrhea stopped, I must admit. Pretty gross, I know, sorry to get into those gory details, but it's worth being upfront and honest about how it impacted me. At week 3, that's where all the magic started happening. The weight loss started happening immediately. But then at week 3, all the mindset stuff kicking in. I had clarity in my mind. I didn't really have cravings at all. My cravings disappeared, I should say. I remember back in the day when I was just eating normally, my craving levels were absurd. I was always hungry. I was always thinking about food. And this really changed that for me. I used to be someone who I would describe as a food and carb addict. That is not me anymore. I rarely think about food. Food has become a bit of a utilitarian thing for me. sustenance to keep my body going, my body. And I know that might sound boring, but for many people, it is the road to recovery and a healthy lifestyle. Realizing that you're just not, unfortunately, one of those people who can eat in moderation. I'm one of those people. I am comfortable with that now. I've made peace with that. And yeah, people say it's boring, but I don't really care. Like, doing these things, it's not about appeasing other people's requirements. It's not about doing it for anyone else but yourself. It sounds very selfish, but ultimately you just got to do what makes you happy, what works for you, and then you'll find out one day that you have a solution to your weight gaining problems. And for me, that solution was the carnivore diet. I am so thankful that I found it. It made my life so much easier. I didn't have to think about what to eat in the morning. I didn't have to think about what I had for lunch. I didn't have to think about what I ate for dinner. I just had a set menu of things I would eat. People say, oh, that's boring. But being boring wins. Being consistent wins. Working it over and over again, rather than this hedonic cycle of trying to look for what's the next thing that's going to make me happy. You don't need to worry about that stuff, because that's all artificial feelings in the body that you've built up over time, because you've gotten it used to snacking, you've got it used to eating sugary foods, pastas, rices, bread, all these things that technically the body doesn't have any use for whatsoever. Carbohydrates are a non-essential macronutrient, unlike protein and fats, which are essential. That's why, as I would know, having been vegan for 5 years, I felt like absolute shit, and that's why most people who are actually honest with themselves who do veganism feel terrible. But going back to the original point, Carnivore is a great tool for people who are looking to get back time in their life, trying to lose weight, and trying to find a solution for their mental health. For me, it ticked all those boxes, and I'm so thankful that I did it. This is a message to other busy dads out there. If you're looking for a solution, Carnivore. It's easy. I got a whole bunch of other videos that can talk you through what it looks like. But if you want a basic plan, all I say is do these things. Buy a big packet of mincemeat, buy shitloads of eggs, and start there. That's all you need to eat. Turn your mince into meatballs, turn your meats into patties, whatever it might be. And don't go and buy extra lean cream, buy the fatty stuff. Buy the cheapest mincemeat. It doesn't need to be expensive. And in fact, I believe when I first started doing carnivore, I found out that overall, as a family, whilst they continued eating what they wanted to eat, the actual shopping bill went down by about 15%. And that's probably because of me eating less food. There was less snacking, there was none of that stuff. And it was just me being me, doing what I need to do, and winning. If you would like to succeed in 2026, I highly recommend that you give it a go. If you've got any questions or comments, comment down below. If you've got any questions, ask away. And then if you've got anything else, let's go. 2026. This is your year. You can achieve it too. Thanks for watching. I'm Jay. I'll catch you around.